Superman can move planets. Batman can uncover the darkest corners. But even these two heroes can't escape the grip of an organization that holds power in the government shadow. Today, we're diving into the darkest game of chess in the DC universe, the Checkmate Group. This organization doesn't know the rules, it's sanctioned by the UN, and for them, heroes are just pieces that need to be in the right place, or eliminated. In this video, I'll tell you how Checkmate evolved from a simple spy group into an international threat, what their bizarre chess structure is, who led them, and their most dangerous operation that made Batman doubt all his friends. But that's not the whole story. To understand Checkmate's true influence, we need to know how they connected with DC's biggest political and espionage bodies. So, stick around until the end. Checkmate, simply put, is the espionage and law enforcement agency in the DC universe, founded with the main goal of managing, monitoring, and, if necessary, neutralizing metahuman threats. Unlike the Justice League, which is hero-run, Checkmate is an international governmental body that reports to the UN Security Council. This gives Checkmate legal cover to do things no superhero is allowed to do. Checkmate actually sprang out of an older secret agency called the Agency, and was later shaped by key figures like Amanda Waller. Waller, the mastermind behind the Suicide Squad, Task Force X, saw that the world needed a more secretive, professional, and strategically precise organization. Checkmate was basically the legal, upgraded version of the early Suicide Squad. Throughout its history, Checkmate has been tied to crucial entities. They not only collaborate with Argus, the main government agency for metahuman threats, but they also work in the shadows with groups like the Mind Blowers. These connections allowed Checkmate to gather intelligence from all over the world and always stay one step ahead of the superheroes. The difference from S.H.I.E.L.D. In Marvel, S.H.I.E.L.D. often collaborates with the heroes, but in DC, Checkmate is often in conflict with them. Why? Because Checkmate doesn't trust the unlimited power of superheroes and sees them as a threat that must always be watched. But that's just the surface. Checkmate's real power lies in their bizarre organizational system. How does an organization inspired by chess run the world? And why is every rank as important as its chess piece namesake? Checkmate's structure is not just an organizational chart, but a strategic philosophy. The goal is to ensure that if any piece is removed, the game continues. First, the king and queen. These are the strategic and political leaders of the organization. The queen. She's the operational heart of the agency, the one who makes the dirty decisions. Interestingly, even superheroes like Batman and Green Arrow have acted as secret queens or consultants at certain points to monitor Checkmate operations from the inside. Batman, for a while, had a black queen in the organization to prevent potential misuse of power. Second, the Knights. Knights are Checkmate's top-tier field agents, and often former heroes. Role. They are experts in infiltration, intelligence gathering, and espionage. The Knights' value lies in their ability to bypass rules, use false identities, and go deep into operations. Examples. Sacha Bordeaux, former bodyguard to Bruce Wayne, became a key knight after joining Checkmate. The Question, Vic Sage, also worked as a knight for a period to carry out more ethically sound missions. And the Bishops. Bishops are the scientific, magical, and technological masterminds of the organization. They design weapons, analyze metahuman powers, and use magic against magic when necessary. Bishops are essentially the long-range eyes of the organization, performing strategic analysis.
Key point. Even the Atom, Ray Palmer, a scientist and Justice League hero, briefly collaborated with the Bishops to assist the organization in scientific matters. Fourth, the Rooks. Rooks are the defensive and security wall of the organization. They are often base guardians and security agents for operations. Rooks have high physical strength and offensive capabilities. And finally, the Pawns. Pawns are the low-ranking, replaceable agents. They're used for routine work, simple guard duty, and small operations. But all these pieces were moved by a grand player. Who sat behind this chessboard? And how did one of these leaders bring the entire DC universe to the brink of collapse? Checkmate's history is tied to its leaders, each of whom shifted the organization's moral compass. The Amanda Waller era. She was the founder and the original queen in the early years. With ruthlessness and strategic genius, Waller turned Checkmate into an international force. Her goal was always to protect humans from metahumans, even through unethical means. Waller even used lesser-known superheroes for smaller operations at times. The Sacha Bordeaux and Batman era. Sacha, working as a dutiful knight, had a direct connection to Batman. During this period, Batman even had a Black Queen in Checkmate, allowing him to monitor the organization from a distance. This was a brief era of coordination between heroes and spies, but it ended in the worst way possible. The Maxwell Lord era. This is the darkest and most crucial era of Checkmate. Maxwell Lord, using his intellect and mind control ability, seized control of the organization. Lord used Checkmate to pursue his hidden agenda, the elimination of all metahumans, including Superman. This era turned Checkmate into the worst nightmare for the superhero community, and Lord's actions directly led to the Infinite Crisis event. Checkmate's hidden operation. During the OMAC project, which I'll cover next, it was revealed that Batman had created a secret database of the weaknesses of all his allies, known as the Privacy Files. Checkmate stole this information and used it to arm themselves. This disaster not only ruined Batman's relationship with the heroes, but proved why Checkmate should always remain an enemy. But what was Checkmate's biggest operation, and how was it ended directly by Wonder Woman? The OMAC project is Checkmate's most crucial and disastrous operation, which exposed Maxwell Lord's true identity. To completely track and monitor all metahumans using the Brother Eye AI system. This global surveillance system, if it detected danger, would transform ordinary humans into cyborg soldiers called OMACs. When Batman learned of Lord's plan, he tried to stop it, but was imprisoned by Checkmate. The revelation of Batman's confidential database at this time was the final blow to the heroes' trust. The heroes realized that Checkmate was not just an external enemy, but an internal threat. The climax. Lord's death. Maxwell Lord attempted to use his mind control ability to control Superman and force him to kill Batman. The only person who could stop this disaster was Wonder Woman. By killing Maxwell Lord, she plunged Checkmate into a major global legitimacy crisis. This event transformed Checkmate from a state espionage agency into a terrorist organization in the eyes of the superheroes, and it changed the story for the next era of DC. With all this betrayal, conflict, and death, can Checkmate even survive in the modern DC universe? And do the heroes still doubt Batman's secret intelligence? Checkmate has never truly disappeared. In the new eras of DC, like Rebirth and Infinite Frontier, the organization reappeared, but with new members. In the latest versions, figures like Dr. Fate also briefly worked in the organization to try and guide it onto the right path. Checkmate's legacy is this. The organization showed us that the greatest threat to freedom is not supervillains, but powerful governmental bodies that claim benevolence. Checkmate's story has always been, and will be, about the thin line between espionage and dictatorship. But this is not the end of DC's secret organizations. The Checkmate Group and Argus overlapped in many missions. Now it's your turn. Is Checkmate ultimately a force for good to control threats, or a secret dictatorship that must be destroyed? Make sure to let me know your opinion in the comments. And if you want to know how the other organization Amanda Waller founded, the Suicide Squad, works and who its members are, click on this video right now to get the full story of DC's secret organizations and Waller's role in all of them. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until another comic analysis, peace out.